Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about mastering a really powerful tool in your writing arsenal, the compare and contrast essay. And trust me, this isn't just some boring school assignment. It's a skill you'll use for life, and we're going to break down exactly how to build a winning argument from the ground up.
I mean, really think about it. When you're trying to convince your friends which movie to watch or arguing that your favorite pizza place is way better than theirs, what do? You start weighing the options, right? You point out what's amazing about yours and maybe not so great about theirs.
And that's the secret right there. You're already an expert at this. We use this kind of persuasion all the time, every single day, to make our point and get people on our side. All we're doing today is taking that natural ability you already have and putting it into a clear, powerful structure.
Okay, so let's get down to the absolute basics, just to make sure we're all on the same page. It's super simple. To compare just means finding what's similar between two things. And to contrast, well, that's finding what's different. A great essay can do one or the other, but the really killer ones, they do both.
Every great essay starts with a point of view. You've got to ask yourself, what's the purpose here? Why am I even comparing these things? Are you trying to prove that one is hands down better than the other? Or are you maybe trying to show some surprising similarities that nobody's thought of? That purpose, that why, is going to shape your entire argument.
So for this explainer, we're going to pick a side. We're going to build a case from scratch. Our main argument is going to be that running is a better workout than swimming. Now, we can't just say it's better, right? We have to actually prove it step by comparing and contrasting the two.
Okay, before you even think about writing that first sentence, you need a game plan. The brainstorming phase is absolutely crucial. This is where you take that messy jumble of ideas floating around in your head and turn it into a clean, organized blueprint for your argument.
And you know what? A fantastic place to start is with the good old Venn diagram. Seriously, it's such a simple, visual way to sort out your ideas. You put the differences in the outside circles and the similarities right there in the middle where they overlap. It just makes sense.
So after you brainstormed, you can organize your thoughts into a super clear table like this one. You can see for running, we've got points like it's social and easy to get to. For swimming, it's more solitary and you need a pool. And smack in the middle, you see what they share, like the health benefits. This right here, this is the raw material for our entire essay.
Now, to build a really strong argument from all that raw material, especially for a classic 5-paragraph essay, you gotta focus. And here's a little secret. The magic number is 3. You want to pick your 3 strongest, most convincing points to build your entire case around.
This is where you have to be a little ruthless. Look at everything you brainstormed and pick the 3 points that are going to make your argument impossible to ignore. You're not just listing off facts here. You're choosing your weapons. So for our running is better argument, we've picked our 3 champions. The social side of each sport, how easy it is to actually do them, and the gear you need to get started. These 3 points are about to become the 3 body paragraphs of our essay. Okay, so we have our points. Awesome. But now, how do we actually organize them in the essay? There are basically 2 main paths you can take to build your argument. And believe me, choosing the right one makes all the difference.
So here they are, the point-by-point method and the block method. With point-by-point, you take one idea at a time, like the social aspect, and you discuss both running and swimming in that same paragraph. The block method is different. You talk about everything related to swimming first, in one big block, and then everything about running in the next. Honestly, for a punchy, direct argument, that point-by-point method is usually the way to go. And here is a pro-level tip for you. No matter which structure you choose, you always want to organize your points strategically. Put your strongest, most persuasive point at the very end of your essay. It's your closing argument, your mic drop moment. You want to leave your reader thinking, wow, yeah, they're right. Make it count.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's get our hands dirty and actually break down what a real paragraph looks like. We're going to use that point-by-point method we just talked about and focus on our ease of access argument.
Every single great paragraph kicks off with a killer topic sentence. Just look at this one. It doesn't just say, this paragraph is about access. Boring. No, it makes a claim. It says, running is easier to do, and because of that, it's a better option. It tells the reader exactly what you're about to prove.
And here's the meat of the paragraph. Notice what's happening here. It's not just, here's a fact about swimming, period. Then, here's a fact about running. It's actually weaving them together. It talks about the hassle of finding a pool for swimming, and then immediately pivots to contrast that with how easy it is to just find a place to run. So, how do you jump from swimming to running without it feeling clunky? That's where your transition words come in. Words like meanwhile are your best friends. They're like little signposts for your reader, signaling that you're shifting gears from one subject to the other, to make that contrast crystal clear.
So let's just boil it down. The anatomy of a great point-by-point paragraph is a simple 5-step recipe. You state your claim in a strong topic sentence, you talk about your first subject, you use a slick transition word, you talk about your second subject, and you wrap it all up with a concluding thought. It's a formula, and it works every time.
Okay, to really make your writing flow and sound professional, you need the right gear in your writer's toolkit. So let's stock it up with some essential transition words that are going to make your writing totally seamless.
So when you want to show how two things are alike, here are some of your go-to words. Using something like similarly or likewise is a clear signal to your reader that you're about to draw a parallel. The trick is to mix them up a little so your writing stays fresh and engaging. And on the flip side, when you want to really highlight the differences, this is your arsenal. Words like however and in contrast create a really sharp turn, showing your reader exactly where the two subjects go their separate ways. Mastering these words gives you total control over the rhythm of your argument.
So there you have it. You've got the blueprint, you've got the structures, and you've got the tools in your toolkit. From winning a simple argument with a friend to writing an amazing academic essay, the power of comparing and contrasting is officially in your hands. The only question left is, what two ideas will you compare next?